My 190 has been installed for some time, and it needs a well-deserved washed, because it's been a home for, as I can see, a lot of slugs. And I just haven't had the time to give it a wash or to do anything with it really. So not only slugs but spiders, spider webs, everything has been living here, and even inside. I'm not sure where that come from. I mean, this is coming out a little bit, but may give you a little hoover there, just give it a little wash. Hopefully it will shine once again, and well, we'll see how it comes up once it's washed. At least it's running. It started with no issues at all, and that's the one reason I don't really want to leave it there, just because everything starts seizing up, like fuel pump, or the fuel starts leaking, or things happen when you leave the cars without running, and especially if you haven't got a garage where you can leave them. So in this particular case, this car, I park it on one side and I put a cover on it, but still gets like this because I guess through the year, all the wind, everything that blows under the cover gets onto the car. And obviously, because I'm in a farm, it sort of accumulates wildlife. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a wash now. Regarding slugs, I don't really want to power wash them really. I think they are kind of waking up, but I don't know what I should do with them really. Take them to maybe just take them out and move them to some spiders. I wonder if I can take them out and take them to the area of where they can eat plants or whatever. I don't really know. Maybe we'll leave them here for I've been seeing so many of them lately. I may actually put them all in here and then bring them here. This is going to take a while. I just managed to do half of it because the other half, well, because it's so hot today and sunny, that as soon as I wet the car, it dries out. So I'm sort of started with this side, and as you can see, it's already drying out. Well, maybe you can see, maybe not, but anyway, I've sort of done this half, not really that properly, but I did use the sponge to wash it. But I can see that it's been there for so long that even washing it with the sponge, it's not getting rid of some marks here. So I may have to apply a bit of polish to it before I put it back to sleep. And one of the reasons I haven't been able to use it as much as I would want to, it's that the car is not ULEZ compliant. ULEZ, it's in London, and I live sort of in the ULEZ zone. So just before ULEZ, I had the car ready and I was using it a little bit, and then ULEZ came into place and I couldn't use it. So it's a shame because I can't really drive it home or anywhere near where I am. It's at the moment at work, it's okay, but anywhere within a mile of here, it's ULEZ. So that is a pain in the ass in this case scenario. I know many people agree with ULEZ, and many others don't, but I'm sort of in between. It really, it's one of those subjects that best not to touch anyway. But anyway, it's getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, I finished washing the car. I'm just gonna put it in the ramp. This car unfortunately doesn't have AC, so whatever air I get here is just hot air from outside. So I'm gonna put it in the garage because I want to apply a product underneath, which I'm going to show you what it is. So I left it running all this time, and it's been running quite well, idling really nicely with no hesitations or anything like that. I am glad that it's got power steering, because I know that these old cars, some of them didn't have, and it was so hard to turn the steering. Right, so I am going to try to, I'm gonna show you the product I want to apply. I think that should be okay. Might need to go a little bit more here. Right. So if I switch off the car now and I restart it, starts with no issues. So this is the product that I want to apply. You basically just spray it on lanoguard, easy underbody and rust protection. So I never really applied this before. It will be the first time I want to apply to some areas, obviously just to sort of protect a bit. I don't really know if it works or if it doesn't work, but there is corrosion forming along obviously certain places, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, so that is what I want to do really. And also I just discovered, looking from underneath here, I have discovered some rust, some corrosion here. So there is supposed to be, just there is this little rubber sort of drain, little tube, which it's all around in the four corners of the car. So I just removed the one that was here because it was kind of falling out a little bit with all these here corroded. So until I can do something about this, I would like to apply some of that lanoguard stuff and see if it actually guards something. But you can see there's a lot of spider webs everywhere, but I want to apply the stuff wherever I can get it, and it is fairly easy to apply. This here, it's the fuel hose that I changed some years ago, which was it was leaking a lot from the area, from all the hose. Really, the hose was completely deteriorated, and that hose goes into the pump or the filter or something like that. It goes into there, I don't remember. I got this cover on now, so sort of protects the, there's three parts in here basically. There's a filter, a pump, and something else, which I don't remember the name of it right now, but anyway. So I may just give this a quick clean, and then I want to start spraying that stuff even on the springs here and some of the areas here. Luckily it's not really tremendously bad, so I'm happy about that, to be fair, for an old car like this. Is an 88 now. Right, so I'm gonna get gonna start spraying. Okay, I've applied the product everywhere I thought it was necessary, and until I can actually, so I've applied some there. But before I apply the product, actually, I used an air gun to sort of blow the water that was around here, because obviously I washed the car, so to make it dry, and got it dried. And sorry, I've got spiders everywhere jumping on my head and whatnot. But so I've applied it here. Whatever you can see is a bit shiny. Again, another spider. And what I was gonna say earlier is that I think these are getting a little bit old now. Well, they are definitely old. These are the original, that there, and this one here. So I need to think about changing these in the near future. However, obviously I haven't been using the car as much or anywhere, to be fair, to justify or having to change this just to get the car, just to leave the car sitting there. So anyway, you have applied the product here as well on the springs and these areas that I wanted to. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to store the car back to where it was, and we'll see how this product actually either protects the corrosion or not. So in a way, it's a good thing I'm actually making a video, because I can refer back to this myself and whether this corrosion, this bit still solid, this bit is not, it's a bit solid as well, but this will definitely need either some welding or something like that. I know a guy that can do some welding, perhaps put a plate here and leave a hole there for the bit that actually goes there, which is this little drain rubber here, which I wonder if I can get one, because this one is definitely has seen better days, and would be nice to get a couple of them actually, one for the other side as well. So I will look for those, see if I can get some. But well, as far as the 190e goes, it's getting older, clearly, and I should really take it to some shows or something like that. I need to look online, where do they if there's a group, where I'm sure there is a group where people get together and take the car to, otherwise it's just sitting there and not really doing anything, and really needs to be shown to the world. There's another drain, little plug in here, so it's a good idea to clean this, because whatever water accumulates, whatever accumulates, it can actually come out of here, these places, even here. So, well, anyway, the next video I wanted to do on this car, which I may do in the next week or so, it's regarding the fuel fuel pressure gauge that I used to check the fuel pressure on this car when I was working on it. I did a lot of work on this car because it wasn't running for a long time, until I discovered that the valve stem seals were actually leaking so much that the plugs were getting completely wet with oil, and that's why the car wasn't running properly. Once I changed those, the car was running almost perfectly, but since I missed quite a lot of things while trying to find out what was wrong with it, I changed the fuel distributor, I changed the intake and all those things. I changed the fuel injectors, the spark plugs, everything, which in a way it was a good thing, because the car hadn't had any of those things done as such. So until I discovered that the stem seals were faulty, I changed a lot of things. So when I finally got it running, it was running a little bit, the revs were a little bit up and down, not really steady. So I had to move the idle screw a little bit, and literally I moved it a tiny bit, and then it was idling perfectly. So now it's looking nice, but when it's in the sun, you can see that it needs a polish. Basically, it really needs a polish, and it's not a job for today, because today I actually have another job, and I need to service this Toyota CHR that I have there. So since this is a hobby car, I have to do it when time is not of the essence. so anyway, there we have it. Got it out and running today, and it was running quite nicely. So until the next video, thank you for watching.